University Challenge. Asking the questions, Amol Ranjan.
Hello and welcome to the grand final of the 2024-2025 series of University Challenge. We began this competition with 28 teams, featuring students ranging in age from 18 to 77, playing on behalf of universities and university colleges from all 4 countries of the UK. Now, 36 matches and around 3,000 questions later, only 2 remain, and whichever wins tonight will be crowned series champions. The team from Christ College, Cambridge knocked out Exeter College, Oxford and St Edmund Hall, Oxford in the first 2 rounds of the tournament, and then in the quarter-final stage beat defending champions Imperial and their opponents tonight. This earned them a semi-final against Bristol, which they won convincingly, answering particularly well on methods of integration, US politics and Welsh historians. Looking to be the first team ever from their college to lift the University Challenge trophy, and with an average score of 205. Let's meet the team from Christ College one more time.
Hi, my name is Anneke Furman. I'm from The Hague in the Netherlands. I'm currently studying classics, but next year I'll be studying sand.
Hi, I'm Brendan Bethlehem. I'm from North London and I'm studying linguistics.
And their captain.
Hello, I'm Oscar Despard. I'm from Dublin in Ireland and I study biochemistry.
Hi, I'm Linus Leigh. I'm from Orpington and I'm studying maths.
This year's team from Warwick are here tonight, having beaten the University of East Anglia, Oriel College, Oxford, Queen's University, Belfast, UCL, and most recently, Darwin College, Cambridge, in an exceptionally competitive semi-final. Christ are the only team who have beaten them on their journey to this point, but Warwick wouldn't be the first team to win this competition by beating a team in the final to whom they'd previously lost. Hoping to win a 3rd series title for their university, and with an average score of 210, let's meet the team from Warwick once again.
Hi, I'm Ananya Govindarajan. I'm from Edgware, North London, and I'm studying engineering.
Hello, I'm Thomas Hart. I'm from a village called Miskin in the South Wales Valleys, and I study maths.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Oscar Siddle. I'm from Islington in London, and I'm also studying maths.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Watson. I'm from Amersham in Buckinghamshire, and I'm studying PPE.
Very best of luck, guys. Fingers on buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. Named after characteristic tower fortresses known as nuraghi, of which about 7,000 ruins survive. The Nuragic civilization.
Christ Bethlehem.
Sardinia.
It is Sardinia, yes. 2 questions, Christ on a road. Following the Saxon victory at the Battle of Edington, a treaty between Alfred the Great and King Guthrum defined the boundary between Wessex and the Danelaw as the rivers Thames, Lee, Great Ouse, and which ancient roadway?
This is Watling Street. I feel like it is
I had
Watling
Watling Street
Street.
in my brain, but I don't know why.
Okay, Watling Street?
Yeah.
Watling Street?
Yes. The paved Roman road, now known as Watling Street, linked Dover to London and then went on to terminate at which large Roman civitas, whose ruins are now located in Shropshire?
Vericonium.
Vericonium?
Yeah.
Vericonium?
Yes. Watling Chester was an early name for what Hertfordshire city through which Watling Street passes? It was known in Roman times as Verulamium.
Oh, St Albans.
St Albans?
Yeah.
St Albans?
Yes, that's correct. Let's start with the question. What beverage links the titles of the 2018 Booker Prize-winning novel by Anna Burns and...
Warwick Watson.
Milk.
It is milk, yes. 3 questions, Warwick, on the artist and filmmaker John Akomfrah. In 2024, Akomfrah represented the UK at the 60th edition of which major international art exhibition? He filled the British Pavilion with 6 interconnected film installations collectively titled Listening All Night to the Rain.
The Biennale, maybe?
Oh, yeah, possibly. I'll nominate Hart.
The Biennale?
Yes, the Venice Biennale. Akomfrah's video installations include 2012's The Unfinished Conversation, an exploration of the life and work of which Jamaican British sociologist associated with Birmingham University's Centre for Contemporary Cultural Studies and known for his encoding and decoding model of communication?
Is that Stuart Hall?
I don't know.
Go for it. Hall.
Stuart Hall.
Hall.
Yes. Which US civil rights leader is the subject of a formerly experimental 1993 documentary by Akomfrah, which features contributions from his brother Wilfred and wife Betty Shabazz?
Oh, this is Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
Okay, Malcolm X.
Yes. In 1893, which German-French engineer published a paper titled Theory and Construction of a Rational Heat Motor, in which he set out a design for an internal combustion...
Warwick Hart.
Carnot?
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Combustion engine, wherein fuel is ignited through mechanical compression rather than by means of a spark plug. Today, his name is used to refer to both engines of this type and fuels designed for use with them.
Price slew.
Sterling.
No, it's Rudolf Diesel. Let's start the question. The 2015 documentary, No Home Movie, was the final completed project of which Belgian filmmaker? It consists of conversations with her elderly mother.
Warwick Hart.
Chantal Ackerman.
It is Chantal Ackerman, yes. 3 questions for you, Warwick, on the solution of Laplace's equation in different coordinate systems. The solution of Laplace's equation in 2-dimensional Cartesian coordinates involves the product of trigonometric functions in one variable with what type of function in the second?
I don't even know what Laplace's
Maybe
equation is.
hyperbolic. I don't know.
I mean, that makes sense. I have no idea.
Hyperbolic.
Yes. The general solution of Laplace's equation in cylindrical coordinates involves what functions of the radius r, named after a German mathematician active in the 19th century?
This is our German.
Who's German? Like Gauss
Riemann
functions
or
a
not?
thing?
Gauss wasn't quite there yet.
No, but the Gauss functions aren't a thing. Something functions.
There's Riemann. There's also
Bessel? No. Try Riemann. I don't.
Riemann.
I should have tried Bessel. The general solution of Laplace's equation in spherical coordinates involves what type of polynomial, named after a French mathematician born in 1752?
Oh, too early to be Galois.
Yeah.
Could you just do Pascal?
Pascal. Polynomial.
No, that's Pascal's earlier.
Okay, well, it's not let me. Anything.
What on earth is this?
Yeah, I don't think we know.
Legendre.
Nominate Hart.
Legendre?
It is Legendre. Picture starter now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a small section of a national flag. 10 points if you can identify the country to which it belongs.
Warwick Hart.
Philippines.
It is the Philippines, yes. Following on from the detail of the flag of the Philippines you saw for your picture starter, your picture bonuses will be details of 3 more tri-points in national flags. In other words, points at which 3 colours meet. Again, I just want you to name the country in each case. First.
Kuwait, maybe?
It's
Kuwait
one of
has
the
a
Arab
thing.
countries. I don't know which one. No, that's the thing.
Kuwait does have a thing like that, I think. Oh, no, wait, maybe the UAE.
I can't. I'm blanking. I think I prefer the UAE.
Yeah, UAE.
Bad luck, it is Kuwait.
sorry.
Secondly, this island country.
So,
Is this Madagascar?
no, there's...
Comoros.
No.
No.
It's, anything else?
What do you think the rest of the flag looks like? Because this is.
Oh, it could be Comoros. Yeah, Comoros.
Yes.
Sorry.
And finally.
That's Eritrea, right?
Yeah, that's Eritrea. Yeah.
Eritrea?
Yes. Let's start the question. Identify the 20th century philosopher who made these statements. First, science must begin with myths and with the criticism of myths. Second, we should therefore claim in the name of tolerance the right not...
Warwick Hart.
Popper.
It is Karl Popper. Your bonuses, Warwick, are on the history of the Greek language. What is the earliest attested form of the Greek language? Preceding the ancient Greek of Homer and written with the linear B script, it shares its name with the civilization that spoke it.
Phoenician?
How early would we know?
No, what
Minoan? Is that bad to shout?
no, that's linear A.
Yeah.
Is this what Demotic Greek is? I think that's what they speak at the moment.
Or could it be Cretan?
Which we prefer?
Is that the
Try
only thing?
Cretan.
Okay, Cretan.
No, it's Mycenaean. The language of the Septuagint and New Testament, sometimes referred to as Hellenistic Greek, that combined elements of Ionian and Attic and emerged as a lingua franca of the Eastern Mediterranean and Near East following the conquests of Alexander, is known by what 5-letter word?
It's a coin. K-O-I-N-E.
Yes, that's right. It's usually pronounced koine. What term applies to the vernacular form of modern Greek that is now the official language of Greece? It means of the people.
Yeah.
Demotic.
Yes, correct. Well done. An 1844 revolt in Silesia by members of which profession was the basis of an 1892 play by Gerhard Hauptmann, which in turn inspired a series of 6 prints by Käthe Kollwitz. It is also the profession of George Eliot's Silas Marner.
Warwick Siddle.
Weaver.
It is a weaver, yes, the Weber. Your bonuses, Warwick, are on Middle English poetry. Written around 1380, which alliterative poem takes the form of a series of dream visions experienced by Will while asleep among the Malvern Hills? In these visions, he meets figures including Do Well and Do Best and searches for the poem's title figure, a farmhand who can teach him how to live a good Christian life.
Piers Plowman.
Yes. What single word title is usually given to the dream vision poem that survives in the same manuscript as Sir Gawain and the Green Knight and is believed to be written by the same poet? In it, A father mourning the loss of his daughter dreams of a beautiful woman who answers his questions about the afterlife.
Okay, Pearl.
Yes. Which English poet wrote the comic work The Parliament of Fowls, in which the narrator falls asleep while reading Cicero and dreams of a garden in which 3 male eagles are vying for the attention of a female?
Could it just be Chaucer?
Okay, yeah.
Any ideas?
Fine. Chaucer.
Yes. Let's start the question. Rare in prokaryotes and archaea, but common in eukaryotic genomes, what term describes the stretches of nucleotides that...
Press Despard.
Introns.
Well done, it is introns. Your bonuses then are on the 9 Chinese cities designated as national central cities for their size and importance. For example, Shanghai and Guangzhou. In each case, identify the city from the description. The location of the cottage of the Tang Dynasty poet Du Fu and of Sichuan University, this city is situated on a fertile inland plain just east of the Min River, which joins the Yangtze further south.
It's Chongqing.
Oh, okay.
Chongqing?
Yeah.
Chongqing.
No, it's Chengdu.
Oh, sorry.
This city lies roughly midway between Beijing and Guangzhou. The army mutiny that led to the fall of the Qing dynasty started in a part of the modern conurbation in 1911.
It's Nanjing.
Could be.
Nanjing?
Yeah.
Nanjing.
It's Wuhan. This city is on the edge of the Loess Plateau of northwest China. It is the site of Chang'an, the capital of the Western Han and Tang dynasties.
Oh, is this Xi'an?
I think it is.
Xi'an?
Yeah.
Xi'an?
Yes, correct. Let's start the question. The flag of which French territorial collectivity includes those of the Basque lands, Brittany and Normandy, in recognition of the origin of its European inhabitants, largely involved in fishing, who settled there from the...
Warwick Watson.
Saint-Pierre and Miquelon.
Yes. 3 questions for you on a scientist. Born in 1766, which British scientist gives his name to a law of partial pressures, which states that the total pressure in a mixture of gases is equal to the sum of the pressures of the individual component gases. This law was significant in the development of atomic
I
theory.
think Dalton's law of partial pressures is a thing, but I'm not 100%.
We do.
Have you heard of that?
I might be.
Anything else? Okay, sure. Dalton.
Yes, John Dalton, correct. In meteorology, the Dalton minimum is a period of around 40 years characterised by significantly reduced frequency of what astronomical phenomenon, which coincided with lower temperatures on Earth? The Spura and Maunder minima are earlier periods of the same.
Like ice ages or little.
No, they're going to want something
Astronomical.
astronomical. It's what's astronomical and what's causing the temperatures.
Solar flares?
Ooh, yes, I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay, sure. Solar flares.
No. It's sunspots. Dalton also gives his name to a widely used non-SI unit of atomic mass defined relative to the mass of which isotope of carbon, the most abundant carbon isotope found on Earth?
I think carbon 12
Carbon
is
12
the
is
most
the most
abundant. Well,
abundant.
carbon 14 is the radioactive one, but carbon 12
Carbon
is the
12
most
is,
abundant.
Carbon 12.
Yes. Let's start the question. And it's a music round now. For your music starter, you're going to hear a piece of classical music. For 10 points, name its composer.
Price Bethlehem.
Mozart?
It is Mozart, yes. Your music starter was part of the Allegro movement from Mozart's Flute Quartet No. 1 in D major, which is often used as an exam piece for student flautists. Your music bonuses will be 3 more flute works that feature on the current ABRSM Grade 8 syllabus for flute. And again, you simply need to name the composer of each. First, this contemporary English composer, known mostly for his liturgical choral works.
Any ideas?
William Walton is known mostly for his liturgical choral works.
Is he contemporary with Mozart, though?
No, contemporary English composer.
Oh,
Contemporary
I think
with
that.
us.
Yes.
So William Walton?
No, don't say yes.
Walton.
Stanford.
Stanford.
No, it's John Rutter. Secondly, this French composer.
Is that Fauré?
And it sounds more like Debussy.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Fauré.
No, it's Poulenc. Finally, this German Baroque composer.
It's going to be Telemann. No, this is Bach. J.S. Bach.
Yeah.
Okay. J.S. Bach.
Like it was Telemann.
Oh.
Bad luck. In classical music, what German term is used for a style of singing first used in Engelbert Humperdinck's...
Price Bethlehem.
Sprechstimme.
It is, yes. 3 questions on modern art movements in Russia, Christ. The brothers Naum Gabo and Antoine Pevsner were key figures in which movement in art and design initiated by Vladimir Tatlin around 1913? The movement's name reflects its focus on industrial production.
Constructivism.
Yes. What name was adopted around 1910 by a circle of avant-garde artists that included Mikhail Larionov, Natalia Goncharova and Aristark Lentulov, whose works demonstrated both the influence of Cézanne and Matisse and an embrace of Russian primitivism. Larionov and Goncharova broke away soon after to form the more radical Donkey's Tail group.
Vorticism.
No, it's Jack of Diamonds. What term did Kazimir Malevich coin for the style of abstract art he pioneered in the 1910s, which makes use of only a limited range of colours and basic geometric shapes, and which he claimed constituted a new kind... Yes, correct. Let's start the question. Said by Hesiod to be the daughter of Perses and Asteria, which Greek goddess is a minor character in Shakespeare's Macbeth, where she is presented as the...
Warwick Watson.
Hecate.
Yes, it is indeed. 3 questions for you, Warwick, on utopian fiction. First published in 1890, News from Nowhere is a work of socialist utopian literature by which British writer and designer?
Could it be Morris, maybe?
Is
He was a writer and designer.
Okay, sure. Morris.
Yes. Critically reviewed by Morris in 1889, Looking Backward is a work by which US author? It concerns a 19th century man waking to find himself in a 21st century utopia.
I don't
That
know.
period.
It sounds familiar, but I can't remember what it is.
Twain.
Twain.
Yeah,
why
Twain.
No, it's Edward Bellamy. Which 1974 novel by Ursula K. Le Guin has the subtitle An Ambiguous Utopia? It is set on the twin planets of Anares and Uras, which are used to illustrate contrasting political systems.
Left Hand of Darkness is one.
I mean, that's one. It's
another
not, I don't think it's any of the other ones I can think of.
Left Hand of Darkness.
Left Hand of Darkness.
No, it's The Dispossessed. Let's start the question now. What word of Latin origin is used in mathematics to denote a fixed point relative to which a curve, and particularly a conic section, may be defined? And
Bryce Lou.
Focus.
yes, your bonuses in price. 3 questions on American spirituals in classical music. Which European composer said of the influence of African-American spirituals in classical music, in them I discover all that is needed for a great and noble school of music? He died in 1904.
Is this Dvorak?
Could be.
Yeah.
Dvorak.
Yes. Which American baritone and composer was a student of Dvorak and introduced him to the traditional black vocal music that is said to have inspired his New World Symphony? He became widely known for his arrangements of African-American spirituals, most notably Deep River.
Is this Samuel Coleridge Taylor?
Could be. I don't know. Coleridge Taylor.
No, it's Harry Burleigh. Incorporating spirituals and traditionally African-American structures throughout her music, who wrote 5 folk songs in counterpoint? Her Symphony No. 1 in E minor made her the first African-American woman to have a symphony performed by a major US orchestra.
Any ideas? Johnson.
No, it's Florence Price. The subdivision of the Mongol Empire, later an independent Khanate, that occupied much of Central Asia from the Oxus River to the Altai Mountains, was named after...
Bryce Bethlehem.
Chagatai.
Yes, indeed. Your bonuses, Bryce, are 3 questions on physics. The 2015 Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded to Takaaki Kajita of the Super Kamiokande experiment and Arthur MacDonald of the SNO experiment for their discovery of the oscillations of which subatomic particle?
Neutrinos.
Neutrinos.
Yes, the degree of neutrino oscillation that occurs may be described by the PMNS matrix, named after 4 neutrino scientists. Name any one of them.
We do.
It's not going to be Penrose, but like,
No, I don't
No,
know.
who's a good neutrino scientist?
I don't know.
we'll say Penrose, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Penrose.
No, Pontecorvo, Maki, Nakagawa or Sakata. Kajita and MacDonald's Nobel citation states that they received the award for the discovery of neutrino oscillations, which shows that neutrinos have what property?
Mass.
Mass.
Yes. Let's start the question. And it's a picture round. For your picture starter, you're going to see a painting. For 10 points, name the artist.
Warwick Siddle.
Hopper.
It is Edward Hopper, isn't it? Following on from Edward Hopper's Gas, which you saw for your picture starter, you'll see 3 more American paintings, all produced after the Wall Street crash and all part of a movement that aimed to capture the era's economic anxiety and rapid urbanization, but also to provide reassuring images of rural America. Name the artist in each case. First, this wall panel, which is part of a larger mural.
Is this part of the Seagram mural?
No. It could be like wood or...
Did you say they're all American?
Yeah.
Benton or Pinkham Road or something.
No, I don't think it...
Wood.
No, it's Thomas Hart Benton. Secondly, this depiction of a storm drawing nearer to a farm.
I mean, maybe Rockwell or...
It doesn't look like Rockwell to me. But...
Wyeth, maybe? I don't know.
I'll go to the rock
Blythe?
No, it's John Stuart Curry. Finally, this depiction of a quiet farming town in Iowa.
This is Wood. Yeah. Okay. Wood.
That is Grant Wood, yes. Now I'll start the question. Listen carefully. I need you to spell your answer. Story of Stone Grotto Poet, Eating Lions, is a translation of the title of a Chinese...
Christ Bethlehem.
SHI.
Yes, well done. That poem contains only words that can be Romanised with those letters. Your focuses are in the history of the United States. You'll hear a list of states, and you'll simply need to tell me the decade that they all achieved statehood. First, Louisiana, Indiana, Mississippi, Illinois, and Alabama.
1820s, I think.
1820s?
1810s, bad luck. Second, Kansas, West Virginia, Nevada, and Nebraska.
1850s?
Bad luck, it's 1860s. And finally, New Mexico and Arizona.
1900s, I think.
1900s.
So 1910s. Now let's start a question. The Lithuanian-born Lazar Segal and the Swiss-born Mira Schendel both became key figures in the 20th century art of which South American country? The Austrian writer Stefan Zweig died in this country.
Warwick Watson.
Brazil?
It is Brazil, yes. Your bonuses were 3 questions on a religion. Olorun, also known as Olodumare, is the supreme creator god in the traditional religion of which major West African ethnic group concentrated in the southwestern part of Nigeria?
Southwestern
Nigeria
is the Igbo.
Or the Yoruba? Igbo. Okay, Igbo.
No, it's the Yoruba. In the Yoruba religion, what general name is given to the hundreds of lesser divine entities created by Olodumare? These include primordial beings like the trickster god Eshu, deified ancestors, and personifications of natural phenomena like the river goddess Oshun.
Is this what an Orisha is?
Could be. Did he say that?
No, I don't think he did.
All right, nominate Hart.
Orisha?
Yes. Diasporic traditions based on the Yoruba religion include a syncretic religion of Cuban origin, often called by what single word name, alluding to a complex history of identification of the Orisha with a set of figures in Roman Catholicism.
Okay, is it? Oh, Santeria.
Yeah, I was going to say, could this be Santeria?
Yeah, it's not Candomblé is Brazil, this is Santeria.
Santeria.
Go with that.
Santeria.
Yes. Also known for developing the third law of thermodynamics, which German chemist?
Christ Despard.
Nernst.
Yes, your bonus is Price. I'll give you the name of the capital of a state of Brazil that has been translated very literally into English. For 5 points each, simply name the state of which it is capital. First, Happy Port.
No, I don't know. Say Manaus, I don't know.
Manaus?
No, Happy Port is, of course, a translation of Porto Alegre, so you're looking for Rio Grande do Sul. Second, Great Field.
Great Field.
Amazon.
No, try Amazonas.
Amazonas.
No, Mato Grosso do Sul. And finally, Beautiful Horizon.
Belo Horizonte. I think that might actually be Amazonas.
Amazonas?
No, Beautiful Horizon is Belo Horizonte, so you're looking for Minas Gerais. Okay. Mona Lisa, age 12, is among the early works of which Colombian artist who died in September 2023?
Warwick Siddle.
Sarah.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. He is noted for his paintings and sculptures depicting people and animals with a characteristic voluminous appearance.
Christ Bethlehem.
Voltaire.
I'm so sorry, I can't accept that. There's no L, it's Botero. Can't accept it. Bad luck, Brendan. Now let's start the question. What regnal name links all these popes? The second, who blessed the Norman conquest of England. The third...
Christ Bethlehem.
Alexander.
Yes, your bonus is Christ. 3 questions on the Spanish-French actor Maria Casares. Casares' early stage work includes a leading role in the original production of The Misunderstanding, an absurdist play by which French writer? The two subsequently began an affair that lasted until his death in 1960.
Mauriac.
No, it's Camus. Casares made her film debut in which 1945 film set in the theatrical world of 1830s Paris and telling the story of a courtesan loved by 4 different men. Its title references a French term for a theatre's upper galleries.
Not Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge?
No, it's The Children of Paradise. In 1993, age 71, Casares played which male Shakespearean title character on stage in Paris? This role was also played by Glenda Jackson in 2016.
King Lear.
Yes, King Lear. The Battle of the 13th of Prairial, Year 2, is the name given in France to the first naval engagement between France and Great Britain during the Revolutionary Wars. By what date is this battle usually known in English? Anyone? No, I'll tell you, glorious 1st of June. Now the start of the question. Named after a Swedish physicist, which SI unit is used to measure the dose equivalent of radiation?
Christ Despard.
Sievert.
Yes, it is, Eva. Your bonuses then, 3 questions on lentils. In the book of Genesis, which son of Isaac sells his birthright to his brother in return for a mess of pottage?
Joseph.
No, it's Esau. What variety of dark, delicately flavoured lentils take their name from their resemblance to caviar? The descriptor in question means sturgeon in Russian and is also applied to a species of whale.
Beluga.
Beluga.
Yes, which town in the department of Haute-Loire gives its name to a variety of small green lentil with distinctive blue marble?
Puy.
Yes. No further question. According to many sources, William Faulkner's 1930 novel, As I Lay Dying, takes its title from the translation of a line spoken by which Greek ruler in Book 11 of Homer's Odyssey? He is the brother of Menelaus and the husband...
Christ Furman.
Agamemnon.
It is indeed. Your bonus is 3 questions on the given names of British monarchs. What name appears among the given names of Kings George III, 4th, 5th and 6th, and was also the name of George II's eldest son?
George II's eldest son was Frederick.
Frederick.
Yes, Victoria was the second given name of Queen Victoria. What was her first?
Alexandrina, I think.
Are you sure it's Alexandrina?
I think Alexandrine, yeah.
Alexandrine.
No, it's Alexandrina, as I think you knew, but you said Alexandrine, so you can't have that. Which British king had 7 given names, the last 6 of which were Albert, Christian, George, Andrew, Patrick, David?
Okay, that is Edward.
And at the goal, 170, and Christ College Cambridge of 175. Guys, what an absolutely fantastic final and what a cruel margin by which to lose. But you guys put in such a magnificent performance, not just in this final, but also throughout the series. And I hope that in time you can watch back with enormous pride for how you've done over the past several matches, because you've been absolutely superb. Congratulations on a really, really brilliant contribution. But it is now time for us to congratulate this year's winners, which is Christ College, Cambridge. And so, to present this year's trophy, we have come to the ADC Theatre in Cambridge, England's oldest university playhouse, where we're going to be joined by, well, one of the greats. Universally acclaimed as one of the finest actors this country has ever produced, this son of pre-war Lancashire is known to millions for his work on stage and hundreds of millions for his work on screen. He's also been a hugely influential activist across the world on issues ranging from LGBTQ+ rights to regional theatres. And what's more, he first performed on this very stage in 1958. They don't know who it is, but I do. And it is a huge honour to welcome Ian McKellen.
Hello.
Ian.
Hello. Oh,
Very nice to see you. How are you? Come on in, come on in.
Look at you. You look different when you're standing up. I thought you might be taller.
You did. We're over there. We're going to talk about these amazing young people in a minute, but we've got to start talking about you, Ian, because do you remember 1958 when you first performed here?
I came on roughly where I just did now, in an extract from Bernard Shaw's play, The Apple Cart.
And what were you like as a student?
I wasn't a student, really. I was acting all the time. There wasn't and still isn't any official drama course at Cambridge. But those who are interested in acting, as I was, and Derek Jacobi was, and David Frost was, and Trevor Nunn was, we all came here and did plays. I did 27 plays in 3 years, so I wasn't really a very good student.
But you've seen the final, an incredibly close final. I mean, these guys are phenomenal, aren't they? All of them.
Phenomenal, beyond phenomenal. I just don't understand it. I mean, I don't understand the questions, let alone the answers, with the exception of one. It was a starter, and it was about the goddess in the Scottish play we call Macbeth. Hecate. Am I right? In my years of watching this programme, that's the only question I've ever answered correctly.
Right, Ian, the time has come for me to present you with this trophy so you can present it to the winning captain for this year, Oscar Despard from Christ College, Cambridge.
Well, with congratulations to Warwick, and I suppose more congratulations to you, Oscar, and the team. Well done. University Challengers.
And it just falls to me to say a huge thank you to Christ College, Cambridge, to Warwick University, to Sir Ian McKellen, and to all the teams who were in this year's competition, but above all, to you for taking part in Britain's longest-running TV quiz. We'll be back with another series soon, but until then, it's goodbye from them, and it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. Well done, guys. I thought you were absolutely fantastic.